Oh, you want me to start it and everything?
No, Stoy has to
I'm
start.
giving you the whole thing.
You said Stoy has to start.
There you go 3 seconds again now.
I mean, they cut this one out. Or this could be our intro. Could it be?
It's not a very good one, but
Right,
it could
'cause
be.
usually
No.
Stoy does
The
his thing.
reason this intro is not very good is because the college was not very good.
Right, it's terrible.
So it makes a lot of
So
sense. It makes a lot of
so
sense.
bad.
Recap it
It
quick.
was. God, damn.
It was that bad.
That's how bad it was.
And we have our intro.
It's time.
That was James's day
Wow.
in a nutshell right there.
I need to go. I need to go lay down, guys. Sorry.
Why? Because
Terrible
your
travel
flight
day.
got delayed 6 times,
Yep.
canceled. You're a
Yep.
day late.
This weekend was just
Oh man.
it was a struggle.
You know what, James?
The weekend was
Welcome
great.
back. Welcome
traveling was
back.
bad.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, the
Welcome
weekend
back.
was great. The traveling was terrible.
Fair, and so were our picks. So are our picks. So
College picks. Go ahead. You don't even
Yeah.
have to just.
well, I'm gonna
overall,
jump in. I'm
what?
gonna
We were
jump in.
30% overall, which is terrible.
Well, we don't talk about Coastal. Coastal.
You don't want to talk about anything. The OK State game, like that. First of all, that Xavier Hutchinson taunting penalty was.
That was-
yeah, we do
that
have
was
to talk
awful.
about that at least.
Because
That was awful.
what was it like? I think the
he didn't
ref
do
or something
anything.
came out in a saying that he was taunting with his eyes or something like
He
that.
That's not a
taunted
thing.
them with his eyes.
That's not a
Yes,
thing.
that's
not a real life thing.
It's what I do.
With helmets
Hold
on,
I'm
that's not
trying
a real
to
life
taunt
thing.
you with my eyes.
Yeah, I
How
can
the-
feel.
how the-
I can feel it.
They have
way too
helmets
sad.
on.
That was way too seductive to try and taunt him with.
They
your-
have helmets on.
How do you taunt?
How would
with your
you
eyes?
see
Exactly.
that? It's not a stupid.
Yeah,
that was
so
stupid.
that
It
was
was so
dumb.
That was all you need to talk about college, right? That was dumb.
No, we did well on one game, right?
No.
Clemson Pitt, we did well,
Yeah, because Clemson, just like we said, is terrible.
Doo-doo?
They're doo-doo now.
and Kenny Pickett might be.
Careful.
He's getting close to that Heisman. Doc.
That's, okay.
Who?
That's a stretch. Let's go. NFL. So Stoy did
Who?
great.
What would we do overall? At least let's just give them the overall.
Overall,
30%, I said it
overall,
already.
JMJ bad.
No, everybody bad.
22. Did you
Stoic
get 22?
bad. Me bad. Cole
Everyone
bad.
bad.
Chris
Overall
bad.
was 30.
John bad.
We're on to a new week, please.
All right, James.
No, we're on to NFL.
N-
All right,
NFL,
go, NFL.
NFL. I mean, overall, we were 54%, which is pretty darn good.
Back
I mean,
hurts.
at least, yeah.
What
Stoy
the
definitely
fuck?
carried us on that
As
one.
it should.
Back hurts.
For as much as JMJ loves college football, he did better in NFL this week.
Probably by double, probably.
The one game that was weird, JMJ, Chris, John, you guys can be,
All
I
the
guess, maybe
Giants fans.
happy about this. All these Giants fans, they
We're all wrong on that game.
destroyed the Panthers.
You guys, that game was terrible. So, God, was it John or Chris who said that they're not going to score a touchdown?
Chris.
I put the buck on it.
It was
So shout out
Chris.
Chris on that one. It took until like almost the fourth
It
quarter.
was under 21 is the bet that you put in.
No, the
Or
bet I
one
put
of
in
them
was
put in.
no touchdown.
Okay, that was the one you put in.
Yeah.
Wasn't Chris? Was it Chris or John that was going under 21 total?
Yeah, I don't.
That was like
Yeah, it was.
a big.
You guys, it was 5-3
It
for
It sure was.
60%
Say
of the
that
game.
score again.
5-3.
This is an NFL football game we're talking about. The
It
score was
wasn't.
what?
It
5-3.
I wouldn't consider it an NFL game.
That's
It was
terrible.
junior NFL.
Chris also said that Sam Darnold was going to look like Dan Marino or something like that. I'm pretty sure. So that quote didn't age well.
Darnold got benched.
Yeah, because he's doo-doo.
I don't even know who the backup. Backup came in and I went,
Is it too much to call it a career ender for Darnold? Is that too?
if he does it again, yeah.
The
He plays
Panthers are about to.
so bad.
They're about to sign Watson.
Yeah. They might bring Cam back for crying out loud. Good Lord.
I don't
Good
know.
Lord.
But what happened to Darnold? I mean, he was solid. Is it McCaffrey?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, the Panthers don't win when McCaffrey's out. Whoever's at
Right,
quarterback.
That's true.
Right.
And has been that way for years. So
It's just McCaffrey.
it's just McCaffrey.
But he wasn't hitting his normal guys. He wasn't hitting Anderson or DJ Moore. DJ Moore's been lights out this year.
No.
Not against the
And-
G-Man.
It's that
For-
defense.
for no reason.
But
No
that's
I don't
right
know.
up Chris and John's alley of like the Giants are just good enough not to get the first overall pick. So it was a
Yeah.
game they didn't want them to win. And I mean, how do you feel about the win, James? Like, do you feel good about the blowout?
No.
Okay.
Still not impressed.
He wants a quarterback.
Right.
Daniel
That's a-
Jones isn't the
Daniel
answer.
Jones has never been the answer.
That's enough Panthers talk. then.
Next game, Falcons,
seriously.
Giants. Falcons killed our spread.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. Yeah, they did. But they did the old Falcons thing, up 15 in the fourth quarter and just let the team back in, and
Yep.
and then Matty Ice has to go back and do what Matty Ice does. That's why he got his nickname.
I mean, his head coach called him grossly underrated after the game or something like that.
The Cowboys Vikings total.
I almost killed Ridley in that game. Like, I get what's a cool story about Ridley. He didn't go to the London game against the Jets because he took a mental week off. I get that. I really do respect that. But he also dropped a pass that got picked off. So you can't do that either.
Well, I mean, if you're the Falcons, you can't.
Oh, 100%. But that unicorn Pitts guy, he finally got him in the game.
Well, the last 2 weeks they kind of figured out their offense, and I don't know if Ryan and him just weren't on the same page.
They didn't do preseason. They didn't do one preseason snap together.
So it just took them a while.
3 or 4
like,
games. And now
Falcons offense is back where it needs to be. Defense is what the defense is.
Yeah, good for 2.5 quarters.
You're going to beat the teams you probably should beat, and you're going to lose to the good teams.
Yep.
Like that's
exactly
Falcons.
what happened. But we got Panthers next week, so
Right.
Let's go. Colts, Niners.
The game is awful.
So like we talked about weather in some of these
Yeah.
games. Like this was a weather game. I don't even know what they called it. They called it
Awful football.
no, they called it like a river system where it was like a river of water in the sky that once you got to a certain point would just drop. What the hell is that? That's
Well, I mean,
our derecho or our
They keep making
snow
up
qual.
names for different weather things that happen. So that was just the next one.
I mean, it's the same thing that happened here locally on Sunday. Like it literally rained 3 inches all day.
All day.
Miserable is what they call that.
So that's why that game turned into what that game turned into.
But
we
a lot
actually
of
did pretty
points.
well overall over that game.
Game went over, didn't it?
It
Pretty
went
sure
over.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
went over. And our picks were pretty darn solid, actually, throughout that
the
game.
Niners offense, aside from their first drive, don't look good.
I mean, they don't get the ball. Like
They don't look good.
they don't have any running backs. First of all, they have one receiver. Kittle's not playing,
and they have Garoppolo.
right? Which he's fine if he has his weapons, but like all
He
of their
needs
guys
weapons.
all of their guys are hurt. Like you got one healthy guy on there.
For sure.
And then last but not least, the barn burner we had last night with the Saints Seahawks.
As soon as when we put our bets in, and then as soon as I saw like pregame and it was pouring and they had the same system, I said, nope, this thing's going under, and all of James' picks are going to hit. There's just no way. Did they though? Did your picks hit?
In which game?
Saints
Last night,
Seahawks.
Or did you not get the passing yards? Or
Oh no, they did all hit.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
'Cause
all those bets.
saw
hit
that
last
rain and
night.
I was like, well, this is
That
great.
under hit.
They're
yeah.
not even going to throw
No,
the ball.
First half under
Normally
hit.
we talk about games like
Oh,
this,
the
like
under.
13-10 as our Thursday night games, not a Monday night game.
I mean, but you go weather and you go 2 quarterbacks that the offense quarters are not going to put them in a situation.
Oh, you're
to
not
throw.
wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I mean, you
Seahawks
mentioned
won-
it right away.
The Seahawks had one play. Was it?
So did the Saints, and it was an
Saints,
accident. It was an accident.
Yep. So
The highlight of that game was Marshawn. Highlight of that game was Marshawn Lynch with
What the fuck?
Eli and Peyton.
I had 3 shots of Hennessy.
Marshawn Lynch
That
is
was-
a treasure.
I
He's a
love him.
treasure.
That was great, but like, how about the fact that his pregame ritual when playing was 1.5 shots of Hennessy?
Yeah.
So it's
No,
3 when you're on the air.
And
it's
Skittles
1.5
throughout the
and-
game.
That's
well,
a
I mean,
real brother.
Yeah, but like think about those things.
Right.
I think
But like,
I think
I've
that
heard
probably,
of people
you know what?
eating candy.
I
I've
think
never
that
heard of people
happens.
taking shots.
I honestly think that probably happens with high level athletes so much more than what we.
Probably calms them.
yeah.
We should have tried that.
I mean, I know someone who
Who says we did?
I don't know him
Say
super.
that.
I don't probably know him super personally, but he took a shot before
CC
his
was-
national finals match in wrestling.
Who did?
Wrestling.
A guy I
Doesn't
know, and he
one
won.
shot's never
and he
really
won a
going to
national
affect
title.
you. All it can do is calm your nerves. I don't think you can actually do anything else. It's not going to.
Yeah, but
Skew
let's
your
be
judgment.
honest. Like
Make you more
Marshawn
aggressive.
Lynch doesn't need to calm his nerves.
Maybe he does.
What's
you
he
don't know
ner-
him.
what's
He's,
he
he's
nervous
introvert.
You don't know him. Bitch, you don't know me.
He's an introvert. Maybe he just needed that little
That's fair.
something.
Yeah.
He probably had a little too much when he went driving that cart after that game, though.
Oh, that was
That's one
awesome.
of the best clips ever.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
Mark.
so
So-
introverted that he just drove a cart around a field. Like,
Yeah,
come on now.
He's a G.
So overall recap,
geez.
NFL we went 54%. College was bad at 30%, but still overall we're sitting at 53% on the year. Still pretty darn good. Cole coming in late might have padded those stats if
Don't.
You don't have to do that.
I'm saying he could come in late and pad those stats later on, but he's currently under our average. So,
oh no, hold on, I got a button for that. This one.
It's fair.
Are we going college first or NFL?
We're going college because clearly we're not good at it. Well, last week.
1 week. We're getting nuts
I think
here.
I think we need to start with college because this is the first week where there's some really
there's
in a while that there's been some really big games.
A little recap though, we are in a big pool together, 3 of us. We have invited him to Rowan's pool. Shout out Rowan. And this week I get a text from my buddy Robbie Unger. Shout out, buddy. You know Robbie.
Oh, Robbie. Yes.
Oh, Robbie. We're in the league together. He shows me his, and he has Notre Dame left. He went 5-0. You got to go 6-0 to win money. Notre Dame's winning, and I'm like, hey, look, you won. And then I looked at mine. I was 5-1, and you guys sent me yours, and we all ended up being like 5-1. I was like, oh, this is going to be a week where a lot of people won. In that pool, 31 people won.
31 people won. James, what was it first week when you won? There was like 7 of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you won like over a G or something, right? Close to a G?
It was $1,300, yeah.
Yep. And the win now was 5.
Less than 600.
I mean, still win.
So James is
it's only
smiling.
like $280 for the year. It's $17 a week. But it was still like, yay. Oh.
Like, shoot. This isn't
Like so
as-
much that Robbie was like, I'm putting 100 on. Who's Notre Dame playing?
North Carolina this week.
Yeah.
No, last week.
Oh, USC.
Yeah. He put 100 on them just to hedge himself. Just to be like, this is
Just in
it.
case. All right.
I'm winning. So, little shout out there. And then stay tuned. We started this week of picking all college football, all FBS football, and all of the NFL. All of them. We're not going to go through them every week, but probably every couple weeks we'll show our overall standings. I think it'll be pretty cool to see where we're at. We're doing it for a couple reasons. One, to see who's the best picker, or master picker is what you said.
Yeah.
Grand
Master
picker.
Sounds way cooler.
Shout out to that chess guy.
The chess guy. And the other reason is because we bet on all the other games too. So we're always talking about them off air. So now we're gonna put it out there.
I mean, we're always putting them into our big parlays, and we're looking at them that way. So it makes sense. But yeah, let's. Which one should we start?
State.
You want to start with that one?
It's the easiest one.
Which one?
I think it is.
Right.
Probably.
It's the
Yeah.
easiest one.
All right. So first game of the week, or shouldn't say game of the week. First game we're starting with in college is number 5 Ohio State versus number 20 Penn State. A little Big Ten matchup.
I think that's
At
too many
Ohio
points.
State. You think it's too many points?
Mhm.
I mean, that's a Big Ten game, but Ohio State, since they got beat by Oregon, has been going off. And you can continue to say who have they played, but they are putting up points.
So I was going to say, but you just said it for me, so now I can't say it. So
I know.
thank you.
But
You're
they still
welcome.
haven't played Penn State's defense.
Boom, boom.
The Penn State hasn't
boom,
looked that
boom,
good.
Banging on the
lately.
radio.
On
homie.
defense?
Penn State defense has looked good. But just can't
Have they
score.
have they played an offense like Ohio State's?
I still think Ohio State's suspect from what we saw in the beginning half of this whole season.
I
Just
think.
Oklahoma, the Big Ten.
But could this be another thing that we're talking about when we talked about Texas and Oklahoma State? You had the number 1 defense in the Big 12 versus the number 1 offense in the Big 12.
I'm gonna.
And we also just saw the Oklahoma State defense is suspect.
All right. Anyways, back to the Ohio State Penn State game.
3-4.
But just like we were talking, so back to that.
Actually, hold on.
Just like you
Chase,
said.
Chase. This one is from us, our guests last week, our fans, followers, our spouses and kids. Just an epic fail.
Do it again, it'll be worse.
Terrence, Doc is pay. Fine him. I'm just here for the interview. I wasn't paying
The
attention.
spread, Ohio State minus 18.5, and the total 16.5. That spread 2 days ago, it was Ohio State minus 16. It's gone up 2.5 points.
How? Did someone get hurt? Someone have COVID?
No.
Penn State
They
doesn't
rewatched
score.
the film of the 9 overtimes.
Right. 9 overtimes.
Did you guys watch that?
No.
No.
I saw all 9.
All 9? That's just impressive.
That's the only part of the game I saw.
I mean, that's what they're doing. They're doing an overreaction to Ohio State whooping up on Indiana and Penn State going to
9 overtimes
17 overtimes.
as a ranked team and losing to Illinois at home.
It was a trap game.
At
Definition
home.
of trap game, by the way.
Right,
And they
because
got
why?
trapped.
They're looking ahead to this game.
Yeah, but I mean, are you looking ahead when it's close in the fourth quarter?
No, at that time
they
they're
started the
scrambling
whole
and they don't know.
game off. They just weren't worried about Illinois. They were how many
Right.
point favorites were they? 30 or something like that. It was some stupid number.
But like good teams get to the third quarter
And then
Turn
say,
it on?
and say, "Oops."
and do the Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
Kansas.
oh, one of these.
Like,
I like Ohio State money line. Obviously, I think Penn State covers, and I like under.
Under.
I don't think Penn State's going to score a lot of points, but I also don't think Ohio State's going to go up by 50 and stop. I think they're
60
gonna-
and a half.
That's a lot of points, and I don't. Penn State's not scoring points. They're going to score some nonsense touchdowns, but I don't. It's too many.
I'll go next.
Mm-hmm.
Let it rip.
I agree with everything James has said. I think the big thing with Ohio State is if Penn State's running game was stronger, they could kind of hit them in the mouth a little bit. And Penn State just doesn't have that ability this year. So I like Ohio State by 1,000,000. I think Penn State's kind of a wounded animal right now, and Ohio State's going to continue to try to make a statement to
Get into the top 3.
you got top first week of college football rankings comes out, so you want to get in the playoff mix or at least be there. I think that this is a statement victory at home for them, but I don't think it gets over because I just don't think Penn State
Can score.
can score.
Score, he's right.
So what are
All
your
right.
picks?
So Ohio State to cover and the under.
Already got it next.
I'm gonna follow James J. I think Penn State was just in a trap game, and they're definitely a better football team than that, and they're going to show it. But I mean, they're still going to lose by 14.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to be close, really.
I
unless
think,
some turnovers get crazy.
right. So Ohio State, I think, is going to start out quick and then stop. And then that's when Penn State's going to come back with some bullshit.
Nah, I think it'll be
Points.
like 0-0 almost till half or some crap.
Yeah, but is that like a
then take
28-0 half? Like I'm thinking it's like a 28-0 halftime score.
Oh, I'm
No.
thinking it's closer. I'm
Nah,
thinking
I
it's
think
a Big
closer.
Ten game,
Penn State got trapped, like you
Low
said. They were
scoring.
looking to this week.
and
I'm
then
pretty sure.
the
every-
second half
They were
Ohio
looking
State
to
run
this
away.
week.
I mean,
They
I
didn't
can
give a
argue.
crap about
Yeah,
Illinois.
I get it.
They were looking for this game. That happens to teams. That
And-
happens to Valley all the time.
And Penn State's
High
It's
school
better
kids.
not happen in playoffs.
No, not that we're ready for them.
I
Go
should
ahead, Ryan.
So I hear what you guys are saying. I think
Good.
Penn State's
Glad
going to
you're
score.
listening.
I think Penn State's going to score a little bit more than what we think. Ohio State's defense is not that good. People score against them. So I'm going Ohio State. I'm going easy, James. I'm going Ohio State and the spread, bud. And I'm taking the over on this one actually.
Wow.
Big 12 shootout.
I mean,
Look
Big
at
10?
what they did. Look at
No,
what
no,
they did
no.
against
you're
the
sick.
yeah,
I get it.
So the two good teams that they've played go over this total.
hey, quick
Ohio State and Oregon go over it. They gave up 35 against Oregon. They gave up 31 against Minnesota. Those are the two good teams that Ohio State's played, and they're scoring against them.
Good. I'm glad that you're happy with your picks.
I am.
I mean, they've only given up more than 23 times all year.
I'm going to use James's line against me here because
Wait,
who have
what?
they played? Who have they played? Maryland's not good. Rutgers is not good. Indiana's not good. Tulsa's not good. Akron is not good. Oregon's good. Minnesota's mediocre. And when they play these mediocre teams, they're giving up points. Boom.
Next game,
Nice.
we got
I'm here for your sound effects.
Ole Miss.
I'm here for your sound effect.
Number 10, Ole Miss, going to play Auburn. Number 18, Auburn. Auburn's 2.5-point favorites. The total's at 65.5.
Is Auburn only favorites because they just beat Arkansas?
C
That's the only reason.
C. Yes, Poppy.
or we
Yeah. Talking about French, right?
always. I mean,
It just doesn't.
do you want me to start?
You seem- let her rip.
some.
You
It's
seem
whoever.
confused.
I just don't. I don't understand it. I'm also a little discombobulated because I don't have my computer.
I feel like there's a lot of lines this week that are overreaction lines from 1 week of football.
I agree.
Obviously, we all tend to do that. Media tends to do that.
Whoa! Don't throw us in with
But-
media.
But
the hell outta here with that.
Vegas doesn't tend to do that.
No.
James, you can speak on that a little bit more. But so that's what's odd to me because I think the Ohio State game is that way, and I think this game is definitely that way. I think Ole Miss is just
They're a better team.
they're better offensively. They're more well-rounded than the team that Auburn took to the woodshed last week. So they've got, in my opinion, the Heisman leading quarterback. I'm taking Ole Miss.
I love everything about Lane Kiffin.
Ole Miss.
He's in his element.
Correct.
And there's going to be points in this one.
Oh, there's going to be points.
Because Ole Miss can't play defense. But
You're going Ole Miss, Ole Miss?
yeah, and this is going to be a shootout. This might even go overtime, maybe even multiple overtimes, but we're going over that 65.5, which is a huge number.
It's a very big number.
That's a big number.
But I'm hoping this is like just one of those games you just turn on and just get the popcorn out and just good old-fashioned back and forth 50 to 45 type of game.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just go next because I'm going to follow the exact same suit. I'm going Ole Miss over.
That's an easy copy and paste for you. You even do it for yourself?
No.
Ole Miss has one losses to Alabama,
who's
who's
the other way.
Yeah.
Right.
number 2 team in the
I'm
nation, maybe.
just gonna speak for James J and myself.
The shootout.
We're gonna
with
go Ole
Arkansas,
Miss,
like,
Ole Miss under. That's just too many points. Too many damn points. Just too many points.
This game's going to be a battle.
It is. It's gonna be one of those SEC.
A battle.
It's just not gonna happen.
Battle
I
of
think it's going to be
offenses?
a battle.
No. I mean,
It's going to start slow like most of these SEC games do when two known teams play against each other. These games start slow.
and then it's
And then someone has to come out and show themselves. So who's going to show themselves first?
Ole Miss.
Bo Nix or Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
They're just a more well-rounded team. They're not they're quarterback oriented, but I think
They're
they
also
can
better coached.
I think they can do more and
I
are better
love Lane
coached.
Kiffin.
Correct. Yep. Agreed. So really, it's just the over under that we're
Not locked on, but I think Ole Miss wins this game.
they should.
And also, I mean, if anybody has a look-ahead issue this week, it's going to be Auburn, who has to go travel to play Texas A&M next week.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't be playing a top 10 team and look ahead.
Nope.
At home, I mean, you gotta be ready.
I just like Ole Miss.
I like them too.
Go the game of the week: Michigan State. Michigan's -4.5, 6th ranked team in the country. Michigan State, 8th ranked team in the country. Total went down a point since when you guys put it up. It's now 49.5.
That's still a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of points.
That's still a lot of points.
Michigan State, I was very, very high on them, except watching them against Indiana. They did not look good against Indiana.
Completely agree.
Is it me or is this year the Big Ten just getting a lot of high rankings randomly? Not
Yeah,
randomly.
I can't
No,
believe
it's
they
not
still
you.
have
It's
jumped.
happening.
They
It's
still
really
have 3
happening.
teams in the top
All of
10.
them.
Yeah, it's the Big Ten. It's all over
The entire
place.
Big Ten. I mean, look at Iowa and Penn State. They were up there. Now we got
Yep.
these teams, and like,
Yep.
what the hell?
I mean, Iowa
Indiana started at 12, I think, this year or something.
Yep.
There's
Iowa's
just
still there.
movement.
And Iowa's still there, which
Makes no damn
I mean,
sense.
they had a bye week, but
There's just
They moved up
they
to in
moved
the bye
up
week.
In the bye week.
well, because it was a free for all.
Oh, yeah, but if you play offense like Iowa, do you deserve to move up in the bye week?
No, absolutely not.
It's just good
Probably shouldn't
defense
move you
again.
down. It's just good
Didn't-
defense.
Didn't give up any points, you know? Still didn't
I-
score.
I didn't have to score, but
Right.
I love Michigan, especially this week in these rivalry games.
Are you excited about this game, James?
I'm excited about all college football all the time. So that's
Yeah.
a
That's it.
until
I
he
mean,
loses money, then he gets pissed,
Well,
and then
I
he
mean,
gets
that's
mad. Then he gets
fair.
happy
That's-
again.
I'm just
Yeah.
talking about
Games will come
from the
back on.
They'll
game
come back on.
perspective, like game flow, what you're
I think
expecting.
this game's going to be good.
Can you give me a
Hard fought.
breakdown of this? I
College
don't really have a
football
ton of
needs Harbaugh
insight
in
on
the
these
playoffs.
teams.
College football needs
Harbaugh in the playoffs.
No, they don't. Stop it.
So
No, I need
what
legit insight from James on this. I don't know either of these teams very well. I know what their programs are,
Michigan
and I know
State,
what I'm expecting, but I just want to.
Michigan State can't stop the pass. Michigan can throw and run.
How is Michigan's run defense? I haven't paid a
We're
ton of attention
worse
to
than Michigan State's. It's like
So
128
Michigan's
a game.
rushing offense is leading the Big Ten in yardage.
Michigan's is.
Michigan, correct.
Mhm.
Michigan State has do they have the Big Ten leading rusher individually, though?
Michigan
He's-
State.
They average like
Yeah,
164 a game.
what's his name? Kenneth Walker. Pretty sure he's in the Heisman race right now. And he runs well.
So you're saying that you like
I'm just saying is how good is Michigan's run defense? I'm not saying anything pick-wise or anything like that. I'm saying Michigan State's running offense is very good.
That's what that's what I looked at when I was just looking at stuff, and that looked to be to Michigan State's advantage, which if you think it's going to be a slugfest, that's
Michigan's run defense is the 24th ranked in FBS right now.
It's pretty solid.
and
Which is
who have they
pretty damn
played?
solid.
Who have they played?
You guys love swing.
I mean, it's true. But Michigan State hasn't played really anybody either. So.
Correct. So that can't be your argument, right?
I mean, a lot of
Neither of them have played each other.
A lot of the research has said that.
They haven't played each other yet?
I don't even have to say.
You know, it's. I mean,
I'm
Michigan.
tired.
Michigan
James,
Oregon
I'm
early.
sorry.
I mean, Michigan beat a Wisconsin team
So.
that we were kind of high on to start the year. Nebraska's actually come out and surprised us.
Stop.
Yeah, you need to. Stop
Michigan barely beat them. That's what I'm saying is Nebraska surprised us because maybe they're outperforming our expectations, but that game is a lot closer than what it should have been.
I mean,
But everybody has those games, right? They still won.
I just have
That's the thing.
I really have no feel for this game, so that's why I'm looking for as much insight as possible.
Let's
and
just
that's
hear-
why
here.
I'm going
exact
last.
same thing right here.
I
though.
just
for
want
that
to
reason.
read this paragraph. Okay, real quick. This might help you.
I'm ready.
The Michigan O-line is among the best in the nation at not allowing pressure into the backfield. That obviously helps the skill guys who aren't turning the ball over. The defense is second in the nation, fewest points allowed behind Georgia. And now it all goes against Spartan team that doesn't move the chains that easily, doesn't control the clock.
Thank you. But when I
Does that
look
help?
at I look at stats for like the Michigan State quarterback has like infinitely better stats than the Michigan quarterback, so I don't really understand when I look at like results and stuff. None of the stats like line up to point me anywhere in this game,
Yeah.
so I feel lost.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we get Chris on the line? He would know what to do.
No, he wouldn't. MSU's defense also is along 286 yards per game. That's a lot of passing yards Michigan can throw.
Oh, passing yards. I thought you just said yards, and I was like, well,
Michigan's
that's pretty
allowing
freaking good.
15.5 points per game, and with Michigan State allowing 18.7 points per game.
Yet, what's the total on right now?
49.5. So I'm taking Michigan in the under. Thank you.
Times 2, please.
he's discombobulated over here. I'm taking Michigan
Phoning a friend.
in the money line. I think I'm going to go Michigan State spread just because it's a Big Ten game, but I'm sticking with the under here. I just think it's hard to cover 4.5 when
It's
you
going to
go
be like
low scoring.
2017, 24-21, one of those things, 27-24. Stupid.
So James, your math is quite possibly the worst when it comes to this podcast.
I know what I'm saying in my head. Just let me be in my bubble.
You just said this
Just
game's
let
going to
me
be like
be
one
in
of those
my
like
bubble.
2017,
Right, which
27,
means
24.
that my pick's going to be wrong. But
Here's what's going
that's
to
because
happen.
that's what's
he'll
going to
go-
happen. That's
He'll
why.
go
But I don't
2 out of
want
3
to.
though.
Right, and I don't want to hedge myself here because I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't see it. But I'm saying that's what's going to happen,
Right.
dickhead. That the score is going to be something like 27-24.
Doesn't mean I'm picking on that.
But that
Let
doesn't mean I have to
me-
make that pick. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
dickhead.
Let me
You
finish.
sound like Vicky
I can do
Valancourt.
math.
college football.
You sound like Vicky Valancourt and
No respect.
Waterboy. That's what it's going to be.
I need a little respect,
Yeah,
just a little.
try it.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Mhm.
I'm going to end this college football segment with the note that I have on the Michigan State game is good kickers.
So he likes the under.
So I like the under.
Yep.
I like Michigan State
Yep.
to cover.
I knew this was going to come, and he's going to take the other team to win it.
And
Same
I've
thing
got
we
to
did.
take Michigan because they have more playmakers from what I
The
can
score is
see.
going to be like 24-21 or like 27-24. That's
Right.
what's going to happen. And then this
And
shit's going to hit.
It's lower.
But I
It's
don't wanna make
under
that
because
pick.
it's at Michigan State.
Yes,
That's
Agreed.
why. So
agreed.
thank you guys for helping me through that.
Yeah.
And good kickers.
Good
Good
kickers.
kickers.
Why'd we put the Giants Chiefs game on here?
Because
we have to
it's
do
your
the-
football team,
And it's Monday Night
it's a Monday
Football.
night game.
It's just
Like,
like,
there's a lot of things pulling
What
into
a
And
this.
in their
dumpster
last
fire of a
one game,
football
they're
game.
1-0.
Do we need anybody need refills? Yeah, let's break for
Take a break.
NFL. Welcome back.
remember, remember how tired James
That's a
All right, where are we at? NFL. I don't have an NFL.
First
button.
game, Panthers traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Falcons are 3-point favorites.
Boy.
The total right now is at 46 points. We'll let Stoy go because this is his team.
I mean, we already kind of talked a little too much about the Panthers earlier.
Right, we just saw how terrible they are.
Yeah,
so
they're
I like
really
the.
good.
I love the Falcons.
The Falcons offense again. Pitts is coming around.
Do they get Julio back yet?
Who needs Julio? Pitts has 170 more yards than Julio.
Do they get Julio back yet?
For what?
Because then that team becomes more. Wait, no, I'm not. Sorry,
The Titans?
You stupid.
I'm tired.
What's I don't do I have a
No,
dumb
that was
button?
good. No,
I
that
don't know
was
why I
good.
did that.
That
Just
was
leave me
good.
alone.
He's fine.
But just stop.
Can I-
Follow
can
the
we-
money.
Can you let me talk about my team? How about
We're gonna have a moment. of
Julio's
silence.
not on the Falcons, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. We do have a guy named Kyle Pitts, though, who is playing lights out. Matty Ice, one of the top 5 quarterbacks right now. Defense plays well for 2.5, 3 quarters tops, which is tradition. But in this one, I don't know where the Panthers are going to score. McCaffrey's not here, so therefore we know what their offense is like. Darnold, don't throw the ball. Where are they going to score?
Who'd
They
they
let
bring
the-
in when he got benched last week?
I don't know.
Who is the
He
Jets
looked like
backup?
honestly, he looked like a darker Cam Newton, skinnier too. That's all I know. I have no idea. He came in.
I think is it the old Saints backup?
I don't know, guys. But anyways, he came in.
Philip Walker.
No, never heard of
Yeah,
him.
Philip
Who is
Walker.
that?
I don't know.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
I think it's PJ Walker. So he was like, so when the AFL was a thing, PJ Walker was a stud. He was like kind of a borderline NFL quarterback. When the AFL came back, he was a stud during that time.
Wait, who are you saying is the
PJ Walker,
for what team?
the Panthers backup.
Oh,
Anyways, so I mean, we're so deep into talking about the Panthers backup. I think that is clear of what this game's going to be like.
Right, I agree.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about it, really. Although that -3 is it's the number.
no, 3.5.
3.5's the number.
No, but
No, 3's good.
Let me.
You're thinking of a push.
Yes,
Yeah,
because we're probably winning.
I
game-winning
think
field goal game.
we can set how we want that on our thing. Do we want to push to be a tie? Or do we want to push to be a win or a loss? We set this.
Or do
how
we
want it
just
to be.
always want to add a hook to it?
No, we can't.
we take.
We
the
have to do the
lines.
line. That's the line. So if the
It's gotta be
game
pu-
ends,
I like push
if
this
we
tie.
take this-
I'll look
spread, a
somewhere
push
else
grade
and
out.
find a different line.
I mean, there's other books. Yeah, let's look at another book.
No, we
real
stick,
quick.
we stick with
This is-
FanDuel. Shout
No,
out
he-
FanDuel because
Yeah,
Courtney's
PJ
at
Walker's stat
FanDuel.
line.
Courtney, shout out.
Courtney, shout out. Get on the show. We stick with FanDuel.
She
So-
can't get on the show because of
That's
FanDuel.
PJ
I know,
Walker's
but
stat
more
line.
we say FanDuel,
yeah.
maybe she'll be able to come up here.
So on DraftKings, that line is also
I thought DraftKings only does hooks.
no. The Panthers Falcons line is 3 also on
All right,
DraftKings.
so we're stuck
So
on
it's
3.
3 everywhere.
Yeah, I mean a push is a tie.
They're not winning by 3.
a game-winning field goal. You never know. They'll be up by 16 or 14 or 15 in the fourth quarter, and then we'll have to do what we did last week. No, not this one. I think this is blowout. I think it's
Blowout.
Yeah, like 31-14,
Oh yeah, I like that.
which is a blowout.
Blowout.
Yeah, thank you.
Especially by NFL standards.
Yeah.
I was gonna
NFL
say,
standards.
NFL standards, that is a blowout.
for
NFL
sure.
standards is like 10. It's damn near a blowout. So yeah, you yeah. What's the over?
46.
46.
You said 31-14. That's
Yeah.
45.
Oh.
Who can't do math, mother?
The guy can't do anything
Whoa.
else today, and all of a sudden the math comes back.
Wait,
Just
what did you say?
Just
I
snapping
said?
it.
31-14
is
Throws a
45.
throws a
45
lipper
points.
in,
There you go.
and now he's
First
back.
thing James has said today that made any
Any
sense.
Yeah. Under.
He's back.
I'm doing the same thing Stoy did.
I'll make that 3.
Oh, get it?
No,
Get it?
wait. We're not. Did we get the stat of how bad these are?
It
Oh,
doesn't.
they're so bad.
Right.
No, someone
but-
find the stat.
okay,
But-
so
wait, no.
I'm going to take the over.
Nope.
Nope. That's
Sorry.
why I waited to go last.
Yep. Not taking.
Can't be changing that.
Can't be chicken. I mean, let's be real.
Why would you go over? Because it's fairly low, but it's not even necessarily that low.
It's
a
only
middle-
kind of low.
It's a mid tier this week. There's a ton of like 42s and 43s this week for totals.
That's a big one. So moving on.
Sunday Night
Oh,
Football.
all we have is, the Falcons, and we have Sunday night and Monday night football. huh?
Perfect.
Well,
This
that's
is
because
perfect.
our two teams are playing Sunday Night Football.
This
against
is
each other.
perfect.
Let's get it.
Let's do the Giants Chiefs first, so
No.
that we can.
We go in order.
No, he's right. That's
No,
fine
that's what
because
I
this
said.
game's cheap. No,
Yeah.
this game will be easy. On Monday night,
Uh-oh.
the New York Giants are traveling to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Giants are, I don't know why that says that. That's incorrect.
This thing only has 15 minutes left on it.
Giants are -10. What are you talking about?
Chiefs are -10. The total's sitting at 42.5. I don't think this is
I
as
see
easy
that
as
total.
Total's sitting at what?
52.
52.5.
Okay, you
Oh,
said
52.
42.5.
You said 42, and I was like, what?
I was very confused there too. I'm like, wow, it went down 10.
So I think this is like, I don't think this is as easy as we think it is.
No, I mean
Because
the Chiefs'
both-
defense is
Correct.
terrible.
Correct. Right there. That's why.
Daniel Jones is coming back this week, correct?
This is why. Yes.
So
They said that Daniel Jones might play Sunday. That's
why
the Chiefs are not
Chiefs are doo-doo.
right. They're doo-doo right now.
I still think they're a better team than the Giants.
Correct. But they're playing like doo-doo right now.
But if we
What's
want
the spread
to
again?
10. That's big.
Solid points.
That's big in a game like this. Now, if Daniel Jones wasn't coming back, yeah, okay, that's probably pretty reasonable.
Monday night.
But we just talked about this earlier. Mahomes,
Kansas
is
City,
he
right?
still in concussion protocol? Is he still getting tested right now, or what's his?
See, this is what's tough about being on a Tuesday.
Right.
It's a different game if we talked about it on the couch, but Henny's going to get the ball out, going to be more accurate, going to stay in the pocket. Mahomes skittish as can be right now. Who is actually the better quarterback for the team right now?
Well, I think you made a good point. So Henny, his reps are limited.
How old
He's gonna
is he?
his reps are limited. He's gonna make the most out of him being in there, right?
I'll look it up. Yeah.
So
He's 35.
Keep talking. You're fine.
so like when he's gonna make the most out of his reps being in there because Mahomes is their guy.
He's 36.
So, but you talked about it. Seeing some of his throws, like he's
Not
still
himself
making good
right now.
throws. He's still doing good things.
Yeah.
And right now, he's not skittish. He gets in, he plays. He's like, okay, get hit. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Let's just play some football. And I think that's what maybe Chad Henne's got a little bit more grit. Where
is Daniel
that's-
Jones back
he's-
100%.
we don't know.
We confirmed that
don't
on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we have no idea who the starting quarterbacks are.
No.
No.
They're playing in Kansas City. It's going to be loud as anything. It's going to be 40 degrees.
Yep.
I like the home team in that regard.
To cover?
That's where I'm stuck. at.
Bingo. That's the problem.
That's where the quarterbacks come into play. But
But if you go,
if there's not Daniel Jones, they'll cover.
running game skill players outside of their quarterbacks, take away their starters.
It's the Chiefs
It's the Chiefs.
on offense. Defense, I think it's still a coin flip.
I agree.
What about special teams?
I think if you go to
Kickers?
if you end up going to
Is that-
backups,
Punters.
Chiefs
Oh, punters.
backup is
Punters.
probably better than
Then long neck?
yeah.
I call him long neck because the dude has the longest neck. The Giants back
But
up.
you're so creative.
Talking about Littlefoot.
Little.
No, long.
That's
what's his
that's
name?
so
For
way
bad.
better. Way
That's
better.
so
so
bad.
I'm gonna
Littlefoot.
I'm gonna
Littlefoot.
go. This is pending Mahomes and Jones play. Chiefs win on the money line. Giants cover. It goes under. That's what I think.
I mean, I like
52.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Chiefs haven't scored. It seems like.
And the Giants
4 years.
just barely, they scored, but on the Panthers
I mean, did they score?
barely.
You
don't
score
the Capitals.
you
The
score.
Washington Capitals tweeted out a picture of like all the.
funny.
I think
hockey
it was
scorers,
one person
The hockey
scored
score is
5
higher
and
than
3
the
teams
freaking
scored 3,
football
and the
score.
Capitals are like NFL teams we outscored this week.
Yep, it was that game.
Wow.
Yeah,
So I
That's
think that
awesome.
total is high. I don't know unless they think the Chiefs are going to blow these dudes out, which is the only thing I'm thinking.
So does that mean they know something we don't?
No, the Chiefs are going to be angry. Mahomes is going to come back angry, and they think they're
He
just
should
going to
be.
pummel the Giants.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
and maybe they're looking into his interview saying, "Oh, I need to make these better throws. I need to do this."
And
Maybe they're looking
what's a
into
better
this.
week than now to do that against the Giants?
I don't disagree. However, I like your picks. I'm going KC money line, New York Giants in the spread, and total. I'm taking the under.
52.5.
It's big.
You want me to take the pressure off?
Cole knows what he wants. He keeps doing the eye
well,
thing.
then go.
No, you were ready to talk.
Are you taunting me with your eyes?
I was.
Okay, Xavier.
There was a flag.
There was a flag.
I don't know how I feel about it, but to me, this is a get-right game for Kansas City. More so along the lines that it needs to be a get-right game for them. So if it's not, their season is, I mean, it's not done, but it's definitely in shambles. So I'm going get-right game, Kansas City, and over. They're just going to continue to try to make their offense good all game. So it's 4 quarters of onslaught football.
I just don't. I don't see the Giants scoring as the only problem. Otherwise, I'm with you.
They get
the
to play
fans
the Chiefs
the
defense.
fans
Who'd have thought?
themselves
7.3 yards.
Look at
are
us.
going to be
Who would have thought?
insane.
Look at us.
So I'm
Look at
going
us.
KC under.
Again, I think
Sunday night
we have,
football.
we have to keep mentioning this though. Like we definitely have to say it again, and like people are going to listen to this, or people aren't going to listen to this, and they're just going to see our picks on social media and say, okay, why would they ever make those decisions? This is on a Tuesday with no knowledge of which quarterbacks are starting right now.
Oh, well, even
I'll make the disclaimer that I don't care who plays for Kansas City.
right, they're still gonna
I
they're
think
still
it's
gonna
a-
put
I
up
agree.
points and win that game.
I would
no
not
matter
change
who plays
my pick.
quarterback for them.
So I mean, I'll
It don't
put
matter.
myself
I
out there.
no,
The
I
only
don't. I
thing
don't
we
know.
changed
I'll
is
be
if
I'm
Aaron Jones
changing.
and the
I might
Giants.
change. I might change the total on that one. I might change the total on that one if I 100% knew which quarterbacks were starting.
Maybe. I don't know. Daniel Jones hasn't played.
It's a big maybe.
Mahomes isn't gonna
Hey.
sit.
Daniel Jones has never played in KC when KC's rocking. That's a different story
I don't disagree.
for a traveling young quarterback. If he plays.
From Duke.
Right.
Yeah. What a terrible pick.
He never played any big games. when he was
How
Duke.
was that a good pick?
It's just as good as when you picked
So-
the Bears picked the quarterback from North Carolina. Don't pick
Who's that? Oh,
quarterbacks.
Trubisky?
Don't pick quarterbacks from basketball schools. Come on,
No.
guys.
I mean,
Sunday night football. Dallas traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings.
I think we got 2 experts in the field for this one, huh?
Yep. Cowboys 2.5-point favorites. Total went down
Duh.
55 points. It was at 56.
I had it at 54.5.
So
I
on
had it at
Fan-
50. Yeah,
on
it was at
FanDuel.
54.
It went up then. My bad. I turned it red, but I don't know why I turned it red. Now I know.
Yeah, it went up.
Went up, not down. My bad, people.
Which
So
I mean,
tired.
I don't hate the fact that it went up because however many of these last meetings that they've played each other, it's like 30-28, 31, 30, 34, 27. Like they're high scoring games.
Mhm.
The Cowboys offense is
Firing.
firing on all cylinders.
On all
the
cylinders.
One question I will ask,
Pollard,
because I don't
Zeke.
know,
Pollard.
obviously he got his rest over their bye week because they're both coming off a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dak healthy?
I have no concern.
No, that's fair. That was just a legit
that's-
question. Like, is Dak healthy or not? I don't know.
He had 2 weeks. He'll be fine.
I'm not. No, I don't disagree.
Like I think he would have played this week. So that's in my mind. He would have played this week
Okay,
They won't bother him.
I didn't know how.
at 80%.
I didn't know
so
how
it'll be-
severe they were putting him
Yeah.
at that on that.
I haven't seen enough to tell me anything other than guy is good to go.
Right.
Come
Yeah.
Sunday.
2 weeks rest in the NFL. I mean, he'll be fine.
Do
Yeah.
you want to break this down? Because I already know what the hell I want.
Well, we
They
know
have to
what
do their
we know what a
jobs.
lot of people
Let them do
want.
their
Go ahead.
Um,
Yeah, a lot of people want the Cowboys because that offense is firing all cylinders.
I think
Oh, she's got Luna.
so. I think the big thing with this that a lot of people are overlooking, and Stoy's going to go back to this because it was 6 yards with Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah,
But
We don't say that
That
name
big
on the
part.
show.
but
that was a big one.
Dak
Wasn't it? That was a
Dak and
huge one.
Kirk's numbers
6
aren't
yards.
that far off from each other. I think they're like 50 yards in
Except for
total
that game.
yards.
Let
And
me-
Dak has I think 2 more touchdowns and 1 more interception.
You're
So
a neutral fan for a second, okay?
yeah.
What about rushing?
Who are you going to pick as your starting quarterback, Dak or your boy?
Stop.
Pretend you're neutral.
I'm
he
taking
paused.
Who are you
Dak.
gonna? You're going to take Dak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are
you
you
going to take?
going to take in your backfield? Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook.
Cook. So
Who's my old line?
Dallas.
Oh,
Who's my wide receivers?
I think the receivers are fairly.
I was just going to say those are. I would.
I think.
What do you mean? No.
They're pretty
CeeDee
similar.
CeeDee Lamb and Cooper versus
Jefferson
Thielen and
and
Jefferson.
Thielen. I
Yeah,
think
but
they're
you don't
pretty
think
up
Dallas
those
is
two are-
deeper overall.
Correct. I'm just saying, but
No,
they're
no,
starters.
Those
They're
two
pretty
versus those two receivers, you can't. You're gonna tell me those two don't match up?
They match up pretty
I'm
well.
thinking they match up. I think I take Thielen and Jefferson in that
Over
sense.
Cooper and CD.
I'm going Jefferson and CD.
I'm mixing
this. I want all of CD.
We're breaking
I
this
want all
down.
the CD.
We're breaking this down, and the talent is offensively is very, very close.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Defensively, the Cowboys are playing much, much better defense this year.
Yep.
Not than the Vikings.
The Vikings
Not that
aren't
much
playing
better.
that.
I mean, they're
Great.
both playing. The Dallas has created turnovers.
Yes.
Which Dan Quinn never did with the Falcons.
Dallas has created
Son of a-
Dallas has created turnovers. Minnesota's created pressure.
Right. So Dallas's O-line, to me, is the difference in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to be a battle of the trenches because the one big thing though is Dak is good under pressure.
Mhm.
He is good under pressure. We talked about this earlier. Like, he's staying calm. He's learning how to get down before a hit. He's learning how to throw the ball and not hold it a little bit extra so he does get hit. And maybe that's just being a student of the game last year.
yeah. No,
I think that's what
mean,
it is. But and not saying that he's ever been bad. Dak's been a good quarterback.
Right.
Like, he's never been bad. I think he just had that 1 year where he got to sit back and really watch. And it's paying dividends, I think.
Yeah, he just looks more like a veteran. Like when you watch the calm collectiveness of a Brady and a Rodgers, and that's not to say that Dak's at that level, but his body language on the field is, I'm in control.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, so is Kirk Cousins though too.
Uh,
He just doesn't have an
he's
explosive
Kirk
arm.
Cousins.
But he doesn't make
he's a field
mistakes.
manager.
Right.
Doesn't make
He's more of a
mistakes.
game
He's a gamer.
manager, in my opinion, than those guys.
The only thing that
He's not
stinks
on their
about
level.
this,
Let's not get on that.
the only
He's
thing
not
that
on
sucks about
Dak's
this is
level.
Kirk Cousins is 2-7 overall against the Cowboys in his career.
Doesn't he suck in primetime games too?
Oh, he's terrible.
What is it like 6
Monday
straight?
night
Yeah, but-
games.
But I don't think they've ever shown the Sunday night games.
Right.
It's just a primetime game he doesn't play well in.
Yeah, I mean, just quick. I mean, here's the breakdown. Offensive skill set goes both ways. I mean, both teams have two great running backs, two great receivers. Tight ends are adequate. Quarterback edge goes to the Cowboys. Offensive line goes
Agreed.
to the Cowboys.
Agreed.
Defensive line goes to the Vikings. Back seven goes to the Cowboys. So therefore, more check marks to me for the Cowboys. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going
So your
Cowboys,
pick is what?
Cowboys over
Thank you.
in a 35-27 type of game.
Ryan?
I love the over. I'm definitely sticking with the over, but I think I'm gonna go with the home team guy. Not just because I love the Vikings, but I think it's just I'm taking the Vikings at home to get it done. And the Vikings spread. The Vikings are so close to being a 5-1 team right now that the 3-3 record I think gets overlooked.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely a top 2 or 3 win team in the NFL.
But I also think if this, like, I'm also not denying that the Cowboys might be easily the top 2 team in the NFC right now.
Right. Just quick shout out to a buddy of mine, Jordan Cashett, big Minnesota fan, and he sent me this text today. I'm taking Minnesota and the over classic suck me back into the season game, and if we lose, it'll probably be in heartbreaking fashion.
Like a missed field goal? Kickers!
So you
I
So
honestly,
like-
when you were talking about good kickers, I wish you were talking about this game.
I
but
knew
you're
you were
not,
gonna ask that. I
so.
looked over. I was like, he's gonna say, I said it before. I'm riding the boys till they piss me off. So, boys. Ooh, that's tough. Under.
All right. Good job, guys.
You know what they call Stoy this week? The underdog.
Under. What was it?
Ryan, do this.
You took
NFL.
under in every single
What
game.
did we say when we were doing the big picks? I said I took a lot of NFL unders.
No,
every game.
Every game. 6-6.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's too short
I'm just
to
feeling it.
bet
Ryan,
the
do the
under.
sign-off thing.
No, we still
then do the
got-
parlay, but do the sign-off first.
Oh.
Okay, that's fair. Listen, guys, if you're listening, we appreciate the sport. So like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, comment on everything. We'll do our best to talk crap back, because that seems to be what happens, is everybody talking about how bad our picks are. But I still think shooting over 50%, we're still making money. So I know if you guys are following our picks, unless you're putting some crooked numbers on our losses, I mean, you guys are making money as well. So.
Unless you're Chase.
Yeah, well, Chase is a rogue. Chase is a rogue agent here.
That's fair.
Chase makes his own decisions.
007.
So are we betting anything on this, like side betting anything in our game?
You
Cowboys,
have
like-
to.
No, we can't.
Oh,
but we
us
signed
two.
us off. Chase, cut us off now.
No, they have to know.
It's time